Howdy. Today we will be taking a look at my favorite figures from 2023. The past year has seen great success for the channel. My content after restarting the channel now accounts for over 90% of the views. A little bit skewed because of the IKEA Billy video. But this video isn't about my channel, this video is about my favorite figures. So at the end of the year of our Lord 2023, crack open a cold one with me and let's get started. Representing Fans Toys this year is Jive. Now, this was a difficult one because I acquired some pretty cool Fans Toys figures, but Jive really has to take it. This robot mode is honestly incredible, and the vehicle mode that they pull out of this very angular robot mode is astonishing. The paint on this figure is very good. It's not the same as Fans Toys' usual metallic. However, there is another paint job of the figure that I might be getting soon, so keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, I think this figure is absolutely incredible and well deserving of Fans Toys' place in my top figures for 2023. Representing Planet X is,
Koyos.
At any rate, this figure is absolutely beautiful. The paint that they used on this figure is nothing short of astonishing, and the design is so very unique. A lot of the characters that Planet X has designed into figures are very bulky, and this figure is the complete opposite. It's very slim and slender, and I really like this design. The figure is much better articulated than the rest of Planet X's lineup, and it was really a breath of fresh air considering the heft of a lot of figures in the current Transformers collecting space right now. A lot of figures try and get that heavy feeling from die-cast, but Planet X just makes a solid plastic figure. And you know what? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think there's something that can really well be appreciated in the simplicity of just a plain old plastic design. No fancy die cast, no super heavy materials, just an amazing figure made with plain old materials. Representing Takara Tomy is none other than Masterpiece Megatron. This figure is drop-dead gorgeous, and dare I say, this design is perfect. There is no figure that could be produced that would ever take the place of this Megatron in my collection. I thought this would be pretty challenging because I picked up some amazing Takara figures, some of which you will see at the end of the video in my honorable mentions. But this figure is just no competition. The character, the articulation, the paint, and the transformation. I know some people think it's quite a nightmarish transformation, but I actually find a lot of enjoyment in it. And the final product, the alternate mode, is just absolutely stunning. I think it's pretty good, and I think it's not unfair to say that this might be one of the best figures Takara has ever produced. Of course, that's why he takes Takara Tomy's place in my top figures for 2023. Representing Hasbro this year is Transformers Reactivate Optimus Prime. Now, when I first got this figure, I thought it looked pretty cool, but I figured, you know, you've seen one Optimus, you've seen them all. But the transformation on this figure, the designers were like, oops, all innovation. It's kinda reminiscent of Earthrise Optimus Prime, but the transformation is unlike anything I've ever seen on an Optimus Prime figure. Except, you know, the arms. I guess it's true what they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same. But nonetheless, the design of this figure is absolutely awesome, and again, the transformation is really what did it for me. Of course, there were some other figures Hasbro released this year that were pretty good, like HasLab Deathsaurus or Studio Series 86 Snarl. After all, 86 Sludge made my list last year as Hasbro's representation, but this figure just caught me off guard so much that I really had to include it as Hasbro's representation for Top Figures of the Year of 2023. And last, but most certainly not least, a newcomer to my collection, New Age Michael. Now this figure is by far the best figure I picked up in all of 2023. This figure is absolutely incredible. From top to bottom, the paint is flawless. Now, in case you couldn't realize, this is the limited edition Golden Lagoon version of Michael, and wow, what a stunning paint job on this figure. But not only that, this figure has been an absolute blast to play.
No, you can't do that because the gold plastic's gonna fall apart, it's gonna break apart.
Okay, yeah, God forbid I actually want to play with the toys that I buy, but seriously though, putting the battery in the tank and watching it run around its little track for hours on end, okay, maybe not hours, but you get what I mean. It's so satisfying on a level that I haven't really experienced with many of the figures in my collection. This figure has just been so much fun, and on top of the fact that it's super articulated, like way more articulated than figures even 2 times its size, even half its size. This figure's just incredible. By far the best figure in my collection for 2023. So, that's it. Those are some of the top figures of the year for me. I hope you've had a good year. I hope you're able to pick up some good figures, and if not, I hope next year is better. Next year is definitely shaping up so far for me with the King of Third Party Generation 1 Masterpiece Edition project. So, here's to 2024. And if there are any figures you'd like me to take a look at next, leave a comment down below. Let me know what your favorite figures of the year are in another comment down below. And as always, I'm Leo, reminding you that plastic toys don't belong in plastic prisons. See you next year.